in terms of how satisfied he is with that performance. But given how the first half went, given the fact they've lost 4 straight on the road, he'll be the happier manager, won't he, Dean?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we said at half-time that maybe a mistake or a set-piece would get him back into the game, and that's what happened. Give him a foothold back into it. And I think Charlton will be disappointed because the result changed. We went to 1-1, and then I think Charlton made some poor decisions, lumping balls into the box, which they didn't do in the first half, and played into Sheffield Wednesday's hands a little. But certainly when they get on the bus on the way home, Sheffield Wednesday will be pleased with the points, certainly.
And Carl, given the start that Bradley Wright-Phillips gave the home side, are you surprised they didn't ask more questions of Sheffield Wednesday as the game progressed?
Yeah, we were. I thought they'd come up second half and keep doing the same things. They were leading because they were passing the ball. They were winning seconds when they did go long. They got in some very good areas, and they didn't just put the ball in the box aimlessly in the first half. Second half, we both felt that it was just sort of hoofed in there to an extent, and sort of made Rob Jones almost man the match by all the headers he won in the second half. And I think they sort of played into Sheffield Wednesday's hands, and like I say, I'm sure they'll go away from this the more pleased team.
And it was Gary Megson's substitutions in that Johnson's Paint Trophy game that grabbed their headlines. There were plenty of substitutions once again this evening. You have to feel a little bit sorry for Chris Sedgwick. He was off after only 21 minutes. Ryan Lowe then gets his debut, which doesn't go entirely well. Will this, from a Sheffield Wednesday performance, be remembered for those substitutions and how they influenced the game?
Yeah, I mean, quite possibly. Sedgwick is disappointed, obviously, but it's a changing system and formation. With Ryan Lowe coming on, I really expected a lot from him, so he'll be disappointed as well because, it's not the way you want your debut to go. But as it, turned out, I think Clinton was maybe sitting there thinking he's not going to get much football or action on the night, and comes on and gets Sheffield Wednesday back in the game. So it just shows you've got to be ready to go and come on and prove a point. But I played with Clinton, Republic of Ireland. People think he's arrogant, but I think he's supremely confident. And some people that spilled over and they think he's an arrogant boy. I tell you what, he's a poacher, and he's bright and lively, and he causes problems. And credit to him there, it's worked out well for him.
And considering you thought he wasn't coming on, I mean, he was pretty sharp reactions to the goal. Have you ever had a situation where a player you've been about to put out onto the field isn't necessarily aware he's about to go out?
I hope not, no. I'm sure the players might say different. No, it happens. But going on the back what you said about Clinton, I've had a few conversations with him, and he's a very good professional, very committed to playing football, and it just shows his dedication to the football club when he scores a goal and celebrates like he did.
And he dedicated it to his whole family and beyond. But casting our minds back to just 2 minutes, 28 minutes on the clock here at the Valley, Bradley Wright-Phillips back in the side, gets the home side off to the perfect start. Just how important a player is he going to be if he stays fit for Charlton this season?
Probably one of the biggest. I put him in the top 3 strikers in the league. And when you've got your...
Alongside who?
I'd have to say Charlie McDonald, Jabu Vera, to keep them two happy. No, it's like you say, if your goal scorer stays fit, you've got a chance of winning football matches. So the more games he plays this year, the more games they're going to win, because he's got tremendous quality.
The good thing for me is that, Bradley Wright-Phillips, he's got tremendous pace, but he just doesn't look to just run beyond and in channels and get beyond the defence. He wants to land on the ball in good areas. And when he does pick it up, he's got lots of quality. And I think he'll score lots of goals and be, like you said, a real big player for Charlton this season.
Well, let's hear from Chris Powell. He is with Johnny Phillips.
Chris, after the start you had, was that a frustrating night in the end?
Yeah, it was. Over the 90 minutes, you're always looking for a good start in the game, and we got it. Fantastic finish by Bradley, but the impetus went out of the game somewhat, and I think we had the better chances over the 90 minutes. It wasn't the most pleasing of games, with chances, whatever, but 1-1. We remain unbeaten, but I'm looking for the 3 points.
You had a great start, and then Dale Stephens has that chance to put you 2 up. Was that a pivotal moment, do you feel?
Looking over the course of the game, it was. It was a difficult game, difficult night for us with, the size of Sheffield Wednesday. But we coped very, very well. But we didn't pass it and use the ball as well as we have been doing. But I think Dale's chance was the moment where really, if we'd gone 2-0 up, it would have really put us in a tremendous position. But Dale's a very, very good finisher. He's already got 1 goal this year, and I was hoping it was 2.
The players are still learning each other's games, so to speak. Do you feel you ran out of steam a bit just towards the end?
Yeah, possibly. It was a tough old night, and football, when it's really quite direct from Sheffield Wednesday, we have to handle that. But we never got it down. We never really got real good passages of play for us tonight. But we remain unbeaten. I've got to take some positives from it, but really. I suppose people would say 1-1 was a fair result.
Thanks for your time, Chris.
No problem.
He mentions that glorious Dale Stephens chance in the first half. This was it. How different a game might it have been had this been converted, Dean?
Well, I mean, like Powell is exactly right there. It changes it, and the difference here, that's a slide ball into an error, but Stephens, you've got to hit the target. If the keeper makes an unbelievable save, then credit to the keeper, but got to hit the target from there. But the difference was that was a slide rule ball into, and that's what they did first half. They looked to play and pass between them. The second half, Charlton went a little bit longer, and nothing to do with shape or formations or systems, just the choices that the players made on the board in the second half.
Very briefly, what more have you learned about what Charlton might do this season?
I think they'll be a strong side. I think they'll be up and around, the top.